Quarterback is the most important position in all of sports. They function as the team leader, calling the huddles, the plays. And in the NFL, the spotlight is on them at all times. So, here at TPS, we're going to take a look at each team's Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks and all that they've accomplished during their time in the league. So, without further ado, here is the Mount Rushmore for all 32 NFL teams' quarterbacks. Arizona Cardinals, Kurt Warner, Carson Palmer, Jake Plummer, and Paul Christman. Warner helped the Redbirds reach their first Super Bowl appearance back in February of 2009 and made the Pro Bowl that very same season. Palmer helped the Cardinals reach the 2015-2016 NFC Championship game and made the Pro Bowl as well. Plummer led the Cardinals to their first playoff win since 1947, and Christman helped the Cardinals win the 1947 NFL Championship. Atlanta Falcons, Michael Vick, Matt Ryan, Chris Chandler, Steve Bartkowski. Vick became one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks ever and helped the Falcons reach the 2004-2005 NFC Championship game. Ryan resurrected the Falcons from a brief period of obscurity after Vick's suspension and led the Falcons to Super Bowl 51. Bartkowski made the Falcons fun to watch in the 1970s and 80s, and Chandler was a two-time Pro Bowler who led the Falcons to their first Super Bowl appearance in 1998/1999. Baltimore Ravens, Joe Flacco, Lamar Jackson, Steve McNair, and Vinny Testaverde. Flacco became the offensive face for the Ravens in the late 2000s and helped them win Super Bowl 47. Jackson became the face of the Ravens in the late 2010s and 2020s and has won 2 MVP awards. McNair's time at the Ravens may have been short, but hey, he led the team to a 13-3 record in 2006. Testaverde was with the Ravens in their inaugural season after Art Modell moved the team from Cleveland and made the Pro Bowl that very same year. Buffalo Bills, Jim Kelly, Josh Allen, Jack Kemp, and Doug Flutie. Kelly led the Bills to 4 straight Super Bowls in the 1990s, but, the team lost them all. Very sad, but still an amazing run. Josh Allen helped resurrect the Bills from their obscurity in the 2000s and won the 2024 NFL MVP award. Kemp helped the Bills win back-to-back AFL championships in 1964 and 1965. And Flutie, he was fun to watch as a Bill, as he guided them to the 1990-2000 AFC wildcard round. Carolina Panthers, Cam Newton, Jake Delhomme, Kerry Collins, and Bryce Young. Collins became a Pro Bowler in the team's second year of existence, while Delhomme guided the team to its first Super Bowl appearance. Newton became a 3-time Pro Bowler, was named to the 2015 NFL MVP, and guided the Panthers to Super Bowl 50. Alright, so hear us out here. Even though Young started the 2023 season disastrously, he did show signs of improvement under Dave Canales' coaching towards the end of the 2024 season. And if he keeps it up, then yeah, he's gonna earn his spot on this Mount Rushmore no problem. Chicago Bears, Jim McMahon, Sid Luckman, Bill Wade, and Jay Cutler. Luckman was the face of the Bears in the 1940s, leading the team to 4 NFL championships, winning the league MVP in 1943, and is enshrined in Canton. Wade carried the Bears from the late 1950s to the early 1960s and won the 1963 NFL championship. McMahon guided the Bears to their first Super Bowl championship in the 1985 season. Cutler's win-loss record isn't exactly pretty, but hey, he guided the Bears to the 2010 NFC championship game and holds the team's all-time passing yards record with 23,443 yards and 154 touchdowns. Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow, Carson Palmer, Boomer Esiason, and Ken Anderson. Anderson led the Bengals to their first Super Bowl appearance, won the 1981 NFL Comeback Player of the Year, the 1981 NFL Offensive Player of the Year, and the 1981 MVP. Esiason was a 4-time Pro Bowler, won the 1988 NFL MVP, and led the Bengals to their second Super Bowl appearance. Palmer carried the Bengals in the 2000s and led the team to the playoffs twice. And Burrow, the man has helped the Bengals become relevant again, helping the team reach Super Bowl 56 and led the league in passing yards and passing touchdowns in 2024. Cleveland Browns, Otto Graham, Frank Ryan, Bernie Kosar, and Baker Mayfield. Graham made the Browns a powerhouse in the 1940s and 1950s, winning 4 AAFC championships, 3 NFL championships, a 3-time NFL MVP, a 2-time AAFC MVP, and is enshrined in Canton. Ryan commanded the Browns in the 1960s and led them to the 1964 NFL championship. Kosar helped the Browns reach the playoffs 5 times and the AFC Championship game twice. Mayfield helped the Browns reach the playoffs in 2020 and win their first playoff game since 1994. Dallas Cowboys, Troy Aikman, Roger Staubach, Tony Romo, and Dak Prescott. Staubach is the first quarterback to coin the Hail Mary pass. He won 2 Super Bowls and is enshrined in Canton. Aikman helped transform the Cowboys into a dynasty in the 1990s with 3 Super Bowls and is enshrined in Canton. Romo became the face of the Cowboys in the mid-2000s, leading the team to the playoffs 4 times times and holding the team's passing yards and passing touchdowns records. Prescott is currently carrying the Cowboys and has led them to the playoffs 5 times, though he hasn't seen any success in them. Denver Broncos, John Elway, Jake Plummer, Peyton Manning, and Craig Morton. Morton won the 1977 NFL Comeback Player of the Year award and led the team to their first Super Bowl appearance. Elway became the face of the franchise in the 1980s, leading the team to 5 Super Bowls, winning 2 of them in his career and is enshrined in Canton. Plummer helped the Broncos reach the playoffs for 3 straight seasons, including a trip to the 2005-2006 AFC Championship game, and made his lone Pro Bowl in 2005. Manning turned the Broncos into an absolute powerhouse in the early 2010s and helped the team win Super Bowl 50. Detroit Lions, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, Dutch Clark, and Bobby Lane. Clark was the face of the Lions in the 1930s, leading them to the 1935 NFL Championship. He was a 6-time first-team All-Pro and is enshrined in Canton. Lane made the Lions a dynasty in the 1950s, leading the team to 3 NFL championships, made 6 Pro Bowls, and is enshrined in Canton. Stafford carried the Lions in the 2010s and helped them reach the playoffs 3 times. And Goff? Well, he helped resurrect the Lions and has helped them return to the NFC Championship game and has actually made them relevant in the modern era. Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Bart Starr, and Arnie Herber. Herber spent a large chunk of his career on Curly Lambeau's Packers, winning 4 NFL championships, made the 1939 Pro Bowl, was a 3-time NFL passing yards leader and passing touchdowns leader, and is currently enshrined in Canton. Starr helped craft the Packers dynasty of the 1960s, winning 5 NFL championships, the first 2 Super Bowls, and is enshrined in Canton. Favre resurrected the Packers in the 1990s, won 3 MVPs, won Super Bowl 31, and is also enshrined in Canton. And then last but certainly not least, we have Aaron Rodgers, who won 4 MVPs with the Packers, won Super Bowl 45, and is a lock for Canton. Green Bay has basically never had bad quarterbacks. Houston Texans, Matt Schaub, CJ Stroud, Deshaun Watson, and Brian Hoyer. Schaub helped the Texans reach the playoffs twice in 2011 and 2012. He made Pro Bowls and was the passing yards leader in 2009. Hoyer helped the Texans reach the 2015-2016 playoffs and threw 19 touchdowns against 7 interceptions. Watson made 3 Pro Bowls with the Texans and guided them to the 2019 playoffs before all of his off-the-field issues came to light. And Stroud is the current face of the Texans and has guided them to 2 straight AFC South crowns and 2 playoff berths. Indianapolis Colts, Peyton Manning, Johnny Unitas, Andrew Luck, and Burt Jones. Unitas was the leader of the Colts on the field, winning 3 NFL championships, Super Bowl 5, a 3-time MVP, and is enshrined in Canton. Jones kept the Colts afloat in the 1970s. He made the Pro Bowl and was the passing yards leader in 1976, as well as the Offensive Player of the Year in 1976, and won the 1976 MVP. Manning turned the Colts into an absolute powerhouse in the 2000s, winning Super Bowl 41, winning 4 MVPs with them, and is enshrined in Canton. Luck was a 4-time Pro Bowler, won the 2018 NFL Comeback Player of the Year award, and led the Colts to 4 playoff berths. Jacksonville Jaguars, Mark Brunell, David Garrard, Byron Leftwich, and Trevor Lawrence. Brunell made 3 Pro Bowls with the Jaguars, led them to 2 AFC Championship games, and holds the team's passing yards record. Leftwich played well for the Jags and led them to the 2005-2006 playoffs. Garrard took over as the starter in 2007 and led the team to the 2007-2008 divisional round. And Lawrence, well, yeah, he's definitely struggled at times, but the boy's shown a lot of promise in his game and made the 2022 Pro Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Len Dawson, Alex Smith, and Joe Montana. Dawson brought the Chiefs 3 NFL championships, won Super Bowl 4, and is enshrined in the Hall of Fame. Montana's time with the Chiefs may have been short, but he led the Chiefs to the 1994 AFC title game. Smith made the Chiefs playoff contenders in the 2010s, and yeah, Mahomes, he's just currently the greatest quarterback in the NFL, who has helped to transform the Chiefs into an unstoppable dynasty. Las Vegas Raiders, Ken Stabler, Darryl LaMonica, Jim Plunkett, and Rich Gannon. LaMonica was the face of the Raiders during their AFL days, winning the 1967 AFL Championship and making 2 Pro Bowls. Stabler won the 1974 NFL MVP, led the Raiders to win Super Bowl 11, and is enshrined in Canton. Plunkett resurrected his career with the team, guiding them to 2 Super Bowl victories and won the 1980 NFL Comeback Player of the Year award. Gannon won the 2002 NFL MVP award and guided the team to Super Bowl 37. Los Angeles Chargers, Phillip Rivers, Tobin Rote, Justin Herbert, and Dan Fouts. Rote's time at the Bolts may have been short, but he guided the team to win the 1963 AFL Championship, was named to the 1963 AFL MVP, and was an AFL All-Star. Fouts was the face of the Chargers in the 1970s and 80s, leading the team to 4 playoff berths, including the 1980/81 AFC Championship game, and is currently enshrined in Canton. Rivers led the Bolts to 6 playoff appearances. He made 8 Pro Bowls and is a lock for Canton at this point. Herbert holds the most passing touchdowns as a rookie with 31, made the 2021 Pro Bowl, and should accomplish a lot of great things with the Bolts. Los Angeles Rams, Kurt Warner, Matthew Stafford, Bob Waterfield, and Norm Van Brocklin. Waterfield brought glory to the Rams in their early years, winning 2 NFL championships, was the 1945 NFL MVP, and is enshrined in Canton. Van Brocklin split the starting duties with Waterfield, guided the Rams to the 1951 NFL championship, made 9 Pro Bowls, and is also enshrined in Canton. Warner is arguably one of the best underdogs to play in the NFL, winning the 1999 NFL MVP, guiding the Rams to win Super Bowl 34, and of course, is enshrined in Canton. Stafford, meanwhile, joined the Rams in 2021 and turned them into a playoff contender, helping them to win Super Bowl 56. Miami Dolphins, Dan Marino, Bob Greasy, Tua Tagovailoa, and Ryan Tannehill. Greasy led the Dolphins to 2 Super Bowl wins, including the famous undefeated season in 1972, made 6 Pro Bowls, and is enshrined in Canton. Marino is arguably the greatest quarterback to never win a Super Bowl, as the man made 9 Pro Bowls, won the 1984 NFL MVP award, and, of course, is enshrined in Canton. Tannehill was able to keep the Dolphins afloat in the 2010s and showed some good flashes, but it never really materialized into anything meaningful. Tagovailoa is the current face of the franchise, who has led the team to 2 playoff appearances so far and made the Pro Bowl. Minnesota Vikings, Fran Tarkenton, Randall Cunningham, Dante Culpepper, and Brett Favre. Tarkenton was the face of the Vikings offense, who led the team to 3 Super Bowl appearances, won the 1975 NFL MVP award, and is enshrined in Canton. Cunningham's time at the Vikings was short, but he made it pretty dang memorable, leading the team to the 1998-1999 NFC Championship game with Randy Moss by his side. Culpepper took over for Cunningham and kept the Vikings afloat in the 2000s and led them to the 2000-2001 NFC Championship game. Now, Favre's time with the Vikings was quite short, but he guided them to the 2009-2010 NFC Championship game and made his final Pro Bowl with them. New England Patriots, Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe, Tony Eason, and Babe Parilli. Parilli was the face of the Patriots in their early years, making 3 AFL All-Stars and is in the Patriots Hall of Fame. Eason became the face of the Pats in the 1980s, guiding them to 3 playoff berths and the team's first Super Bowl appearance. Bledsoe resurrected the Patriots in the 1990s, guiding them to Super Bowl 31, made 3 Pro Bowls with the team, and was on the Super Bowl 36 winning team. As for Tom Brady, well, I mean, the man is arguably the GOAT of all quarterbacks, winning 6 Super Bowls with the Pats, 3 league MVPs, and countless other records that won't be broken for a long, long time. New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees, Archie Manning, Bobby Herbert, and Aaron Brooks. Manning may not have made a playoff appearance during his time with the Saints, but he made 2 Pro Bowls and is in the Saints Hall of Fame. Herbert helped guide the Saints to 3 playoff appearances and is in the Saints Hall of Fame. Brooks was the face of the Saints in the early 2000s, made a Pro Bowl, and is also in the Saints Hall of Fame. And Brees transformed the Saints for the better, making them a playoff contender, helping the team win Super Bowl 44, and is a virtual lock for Canton. New York Giants, Eli Manning, Charlie Connerly, Phil Simms, and Y.A. Tittle. Connerly was the face of the Giants, who led the team to the 1956 NFL Championship game, made 2 Pro Bowls, and is in the team's Ring of Honor. Tittle made 3 Pro Bowls, won the 1963 NFL MVP award, and is enshrined in Canton. Simms guided the Giants to 2 Super Bowl wins in the late 80s and early 90s, made 2 Pro Bowls, and is in the team's Ring of Honor as well. Manning spent his entire career with the team, won 2 Super Bowls, and made 4 Pro Bowls. New York Jets, Joe Namath, Ken O'Brien, Vinny Testaverde, and Chad Pennington. Namath guaranteed the Jets would win Super Bowl 3, and he kept his word, and is currently enshrined in Canton. O'Brien guided the Jets to 3 playoff appearances and made 2 Pro Bowls with the team. Testaverde helped Gang Green reach the 1998-99 AFC Championship game and made the Pro Bowl. And Pennington guided the Jets to 4 playoff berths and showed some flashes during his time with them. Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Foles, Donovan McNabb, Randall Cunningham, and Jalen Hurts. Cunningham was the face of the Eagles in the 80s and 90s. He made 4 Pro Bowls and is enshrined in the Eagles Hall of Fame. McNabb helped the Eagles win 4 straight NFC East titles, guided the Eagles to Super Bowl 39, and is in the Eagles Hall of Fame. Foles may have been a backup quarterback, but his play on offense was a reason why the Eagles won Super Bowl 52. And Hurts, well, he helped the Eagles reach 2 Super Bowls and 1 Super Bowl 59. Pittsburgh Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger, Terry Bradshaw, Neil O'Donnell, and Cordell Stewart. Bradshaw helped the Steelers establish a championship dynasty in the 1970s and is enshrined in Canton. O'Donnell kept the Steelers afloat in the 1990s and guided them to Super Bowl 30. Stewart succeeded O'Donnell, made a Pro Bowl in 2001, and kept the team as a playoff contender. Roethlisberger made the Steelers champions with 2 Super Bowl wins and is a lock for Canton. San Francisco 49ers, Joe Montana, Steve Young, Alex Smith, and Brock Purdy. Montana transformed the 49ers into a dynasty with 4 Super Bowl wins, was a 2-time MVP, and is enshrined in Canton. Young succeeded Montana, guided the 49ers to a Super Bowl 29 victory, and is also enshrined in Canton. Smith was the face of the franchise in the 2000s and guided the team to the 2011 NFC Championship game thanks to Jim Harbaugh's coaching. And Purdy, well, he's emerged as the team's new franchise quarterback and has guided them to Super Bowl 58. Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson, Dave Craig, Warren Moon, and Matt Hasselbeck. Craig is the man who led the Seahawks to their first AFC Championship game appearance, made 3 Pro Bowls, and is in the team's Ring of Honor. Moon's time in Seattle was short, but he made the 1997 Pro Bowl and was the MVP of that game. Hasselbeck made the Seahawks a playoff contender and led the team to their first Super Bowl appearance. And Wilson guided the Seahawks to their first Super Bowl victory and made them a playoff contender in the 2010s. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady, Doug Williams, Vinny Testaverde, and Baker Mayfield. Williams began his career with the Bucs and guided them to 3 playoff berths. Testaverde was the face of the team during some very dark times, but he showed some very strong flashes. Brady's time in Tampa may have been short, but man, he helped the team win their 2nd Super Bowl. And Mayfield has kept the Bucs as playoff contenders ever since. Tennessee Titans, Steve McNair, George Blanda, Warren Moon, and Ryan Tannehill. Blanda won 2 AFL championships with the team, was the 1961 AFL MVP, and is enshrined in Canton. Moon made the Oilers playoff contenders in the 80s and early 90s, and is also enshrined in Canton. McNair guided the Titans to their first Super Bowl appearance, made 3 Pro Bowls, and is in the team's Ring of Honor. In Tannehill, he made his first Pro Bowl with the team and guided them to the 2019-2020 AFC Championship game. Washington Commanders, Doug Williams, Sammy Baugh, Joe Theismann, and Mark Rypien. Baugh helped Washington win 2 NFL championships, made 6 Pro Bowls, and is enshrined in Canton. Theismann helped Washington win Super Bowl 17, was named MVP, and is in the team's Ring of Fame. Williams helped Washington win Super Bowl 22 and is in the team's Ring of Fame as well. Rypien helped Washington win 2 Super Bowls and made 2 Pro Bowls. But hey, what quarterbacks do you think are on your favorite team's Mount Rushmore? Do you agree with the selections that we made? Let us know in the comment section below. And hey, if you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.